Let me play this for you guys because this is a mess. This. look at Garcelle's face. Look at Garcelle's face. That's out. That's going to be your face after you hear this. Okay, let's get into this. Hold on, y'all.
You know, there was never things that have been disproven now. You know, there was never 20 whatever million dollars in my LLC.
The $20 million elephant in the room. Why is the paper saying that $20 million went into your LLC?
I'll never get away from widows and orphans, even though it's not true. I never had it. It was never in my hands. It was never in my account. The bankruptcy trustee says Erika Girardi never touched the Lionnaire money.
Oh, okay. Other than Erika saying that they've been disproven, I've seen nothing. Not in the paper, not in the blogs, nowhere. If this is true, why isn't it in the press?
The facts are in my favor. I didn't touch any of this shit. And when someone is repeatedly saying things...
But weren't all the girls saying things?
Yeah, but she led the charge. Sutton spoke very strongly on things that have, by the way, been disproven.
Lies.
How and when was this disproven?
I don't know. You'll have to go check all that out, but it was disproven early, so Bravo can do their due diligence. Okay. I don't really know.
I guess the question is like, is the proof available to the public?
Yeah, duh. Tell them to go read everything that my lawyers put out and that they can answer their own questions. Thank you.
Oh.
So wait, is everything dismissed?
No, it's not dismissed, but it's just kind of time to smile a little bit and have some fun.
Good. I think Erika's hopeful, and because she's hopeful, she might be jumping to the gun before we really know the truth. So I think Erika is just denial.
Delusional.
Things.
Look, delusional. This is the face that I had the entire time. If you just joined us, that was a clip from the season premiere of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills that will be airing tomorrow on Bravo on my birthday. On my birthday as well. So, let me take a sip. Erika. Remember that song? Anyways. Let me pull this up. Let me minimize that. Let me pull this up. Okay. All right. So our friends over at the Bravo Docket breaks down what Erika says in this scene. And I just want to kind of quickly go through some of what they're saying here. So they say, here's what the bankruptcy trustee actually said in court documents after last season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay. So the plaintiff, the trustee, is informed and believes, and on that basis alleges thereon that within the last 4 years, the defendants, EJ Global and Erika, became indebted to the debtor, Girardi Keese, on an open book account for money due on the account of the receivables, an amount in the excess of $25 million, okay? Or in an amount to be proved at trial for monies provided to the defendants, EJ Global LLC and Erika, and for which the defendants, EJ Global LLC and Erika, agreed to pay. So the Bravo Docket breaks this down. They say the receivables refer in part to the cost Erika charged to her EJ Global LLC American Express, cost that Girardi Keese paid, then marked as a loan on the federal tax returns, aka receivables, that EJ Global LLC owed to Girardi Keese for repayment. The tax returns indicating the loan by EJ Global LLC were signed by Erika Girardi. And if you're confused, aka Erika Jayne, the woman that I just played for you that is denying, oh, they haven't proved anything. Okay? Okay. Lorez, I don't believe anything she said. Me either. All right, let's continue. They're not done breaking this down. So the Bravo Docket explains, they say, to put it simply, Girardi Keese converted and stole millions and millions of dollars from settlements belonging to victims of mass torts, okay? And according to claims made in court records, Girardi Keese loaned some of that money, alleged to be the amount of in the excess of $25 million, to EJ Global LLC to pay for Erika's music videos, glam squad, jewelry, and other luxuries. They break it down further. They said, when Erika says, I never had it, it was never in my hands, she's being duplicitous. The actual cash money may never have been in EJ Global LLC's bank account or physically held in Erika's hands, but according to tax returns signed by Erika, $20 million or more was loaned to EJ Global LLC by Girardi Keese. It's not rocket science. I think are we all understanding what they're breaking down here for us? But we appreciate our friends over at the Bravo Docket breaking it down for those that might be a little confused, because Erika's good with spinning things. Not so much. I wouldn't even give her that credit because she's not that good, because watching this scene, it's like, girl, shut up. Shut up. They go on and further say, and according to the trustee's legal pleadings, jewelry purchased with stolen settlement funds has definitely been in Erika's hands. I love facts. So they go on and say this. They say the notice of motion and motion is based upon the grounds that on March 7, 2007, Girardi issued a check drawn on the GK client trust account payable to M&M Jewelers in the amount of $750,000 for the purchase of the diamond earrings. I'm sure you've been hearing about these diamond earrings that have been also featured on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay. Girardi then concealed the theft by describing the purpose of the check on the GK Resolin trust account, RTA, ledger as a, quote, cost item of the Resolin mass tort litigation, noting the payee to M&M without further explanation. Really? The diamond earrings were then given to defendant Erika, who now has possession of the same. So they go on and further explain what this means. They say, given that the funds used to purchase the diamond earrings came from the RTA client settlement trust account, keep that in mind, Erika has no legal or equitable right to the diamond earrings. As you may know, I haven't reported on every single situation in regards to this, but Erika is fighting to keep these diamond earrings, although purchased for $750,000, are now worth over $1 million. Okay, so she's trying to keep these. Okay, all right, let's go on. So the Bravo Docket again, and guys, be sure to follow them on Instagram. Be sure to subscribe to their podcast, support them. Not only do we cite our sources, we want you to support our sources, okay? Because I appreciate them breaking this down for us. All right. So they go on and say this. There's so much more, but here are just a few of the facts we've summarized so far. Erika's tax returns that Erika signed say that EJ Global LLC received over $20 million in the form of a loan from Girardi Keese. All right. Girardi Keese stole millions and millions of dollars from client trust accounts. And we don't have to say alleged, because this has been proven in court in multiple cases. All right. The bankruptcy trustee has direct evidence of $750,000 in jewelry purchased with stolen client settlement money and transferred to Erika Jayne Girardi. She's still married to the crook. They continue, but what about evidence that Erika received money stolen from the Lion Air crash victims? Okay. I love them because they make things make sense. And I know a lot of you hear this legal mumbo jumbo and you're like, what in the hell? What does this mean? So they go on to say, Jay Edelson's court filings allege forensic accounting demonstrating that money stolen from Lion Air victims was used to pay EJ Global LLC's American Express bill. So on March 4th, 2020, the balance of the Nano Bank operating account was only $1,570.62. Between March 4th, 2020 and March 12th, 2020, the only deposits into the account were the 5 checks above. On March 10th, 2020, the Nano Bank operating account made payments to American Express of $211,441.46 and $238,833.77. At the time, the checks listed in tables 1 and 2 were deposited. Both Cayman and the person signing the checks knew that the money used to pay the checks would come from the Lion Air settlement funds. They continue to say thousands of dollars of those payments were for Erika's company, EJ Global. C in regards to Girardi Keese number, blah, 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 and could only have come from blah, 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 blah settlement. All right. They continue. They says Anis Kasim's parents died in the Lion Air crash. Just for clarity on who Anis Kasim's settlement is. All right. For those of you that were maybe confused or maybe have not heard or seen this scene that's coming up on tomorrow's premiere of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, her telling Bravo to dig in. No, girl, this is your legal case. You're lucky that Bravo is still giving you a job. And a lot of people don't want to see you anymore. A lot of people don't want to see you anymore because you have shown no empathy for the victims. And no, people aren't feeling for victims because it's cool. People are feeling for victims because they have a heart and you do not. You have a heart of stone. We already knew that years ago, but we didn't know the depth of the thievery that were going on in your life with your husband, or maybe you even personally, allegedly. But now is not a time for having a good time, a good laugh. No, because they're the victims of your husband, not ex-husband, we can say estranged husband, are still trying to pay their bills, trying to pay off every bill while you are living this fabulous lifestyle on a TV show.